What is happening, you wonderful people? So, last night I got a chance to go see Warfare, and in this film, a surveillance mission goes wrong for a platoon of American Navy SEALs in insurgent territory in Iraq. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it. So, with Warfare, war films are not my big genre. War films and westerns are not. I like some western films. I like some war films. I really don't know what my favorite western is, but my favorite war film is Fury with Brad Pitt. But I didn't have any expectations for this film. I didn't. But this movie's been getting rave reviews, so I was like, okay, hearing good things, might as well go check it out. I might like it, I might not like it, and I'm gonna make my own opinion, form my own opinion. And if you don't know, Alex Garland directed this film, and Alex Garland directed Civil War last year. And Civil War is another war journalist film that I had no expectations for, but I was hearing good things about. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch that film. One of my favorite movies of all time, my second favorite movie of last year. It was phenomenal, and I have to say, whoa. So yeah, starting off with the positives. Look, I'm not even using my notes because I just want to go off. I just really want to really talk about this film. I want to talk about it without my notes. This film, and I should probably be using them. I probably should. I don't think this film is going to stay in my top 10 films of the year. This film is not going to stay in my top 10 films of the year, but it is my number three film right now, as of right now. And just everything about this film, from the directing, from the performances, from the cinematography, from the tone, everything about this film works on a just magnificent level. Like it's just it's visceral, it's raw, it's gritty, and I got to give a shout out to Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn is such a, he's kind of a up and coming newer actor. He is such a versatile actor. This dude can do anything. Will Poulter's been around for a while. This dude can do anything. And the cool thing about this film is that it's based on true events. The main premise of this film is that this takes place in Iraq in 2006, and Ray Mendoza was one of the soldiers during that event, right? And Ray Mendoza actually helped co-write and co-direct alongside Alex Garland in this film. And one of the characters that you see in this film is Ray Mendoza. And every piece of imagery and every scene you see in this film is based on memory. It is all the scenes and imagery you see is everything that he remembers. Nothing was added. Nothing else was added at all. And that concept, let alone, is just so intriguing. And it kind of motivates me to make a movie about my life. You know what I mean? And going back to the performances, Will Poulter's great. Joseph Quinn is great. I forgot the other dude's name, but everybody in here was great. Everybody was great. The cinematography is great. And the sound design, look, the sound design, I didn't see the film in IMAX. I didn't see it in IMAX, and really, because that's where one of my negatives comes in, and I really only have one negative. I will touch on that later. I'll touch on it when I get to the negative section. I really think if y'all are going to go see this film, go see it in Dolby, go see it in IMAX, because, again, I'll touch on it in a little bit more, but all I'll say is I should have seen it in IMAX. But the sound design is great, and I don't think there's score in this film. I don't think. And it has a very eerie tone, and the tone is so consistent. But the thing with this film is that while there isn't much dialogue, when we get the dialogue, it is so sharp and it is so smart. And I already talked about the performances earlier. I already talked about that. But the dialogue and the writing is amazing. And it's one of those things where it's kind of like a pressure cooker film in a way, sort of like it's like a close quarters, because the whole film feels like it's basically just in one location. It's in one location, and it's hard for our main characters to leave where they're at, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you see the film. You probably know what I'm talking about. But it's like one of those close quarter pressure cooker war films. And it's one of those things where this could have been a war film that did something generic and just cliche and the same. It could have done the same thing as other war films. It does some of those things. It does. But it's also very unique. The film is very different from other war films. This is something we've never seen before. And the opening scene, there's a song in the opening scene. I love that opening scene. It's very heartfelt and it's very like there's a ton of emotional beats in the film. And overall, I only have one negative. I'm about to talk about it. But for the positives, this positive section, it is such a phenomenal film. Won't stay in my top 10 films of the year, and I like Civil War more, but Alex Garland is one of, if not the best directors and writers working today. And I'm starting to hear that not a lot of people are liking it, but majority of people are. And I really think if you're a war fan, if you're a fan of just that genre in general, go check it out. So now talking about my negatives, I really only have one, and I'm going to talk about it for not very long, just a few seconds. Okay, so the thing with this film, going back to what I was talking about for IMAX, right? So you need to go see this film in IMAX and Dolby. I did not see it in IMAX and Dolby. I don't think it was Dolby. I might have seen it in Dolby. I might have. I don't remember. But IMAX, I did not see it in. You have to go see this in IMAX and Dolby because while there are times where I was legit immersed, like I was immersed watching it, there were times also where I was not immersed. And while it is a intense and gripping film, and while it is very gory and very suspenseful, I wish I could have been immersed more. There are times where overall it is intense, and there are times where I felt immersed. Overall, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, I want to actually feel like I'm there. You know what I mean? I want to feel like I'm there, and I'm not getting that sense. I'm not getting that. But that's really the only negative I have. So yeah, overall, Warfare is just it's a mind-boggling experience, and it's a very emotional film. But at the core of it, it's about friendship and brotherhood, and it's really about sacrifice and love, and it has those right emotional beats, and it has the right amount of intensity and the right amount of gravitas, and it has the right amount of just suspensefulness. And overall, for Warfare, I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This movie's absolutely freaking brilliant. And for Warfare, with how brilliant it is, I'm going to say dedicate your time. This film is bonkers. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share in this video. We are at 846 subs. Next big milestone is 900, reaching that quickly. Big one is 1K and beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And again, let's talk about it down in the comments down below. What did y'all think of Warfare? Did y'all like Warfare? Did y'all not like it? Did y'all see it yet? If y'all have not seen it yet, or you're going to wait to watch it on streaming, or you're going to go to the theaters sometime soon, let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies and wonderful people. God bless America, and cheers.